Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to Healthcare Digital Marketing and the Healthy Funnel Podcast and the YouTube channel. We are coming not live today because hashtag technical difficulties. It happens to all of us. To all of us, y'all. I'm telling you, when you tell me that tech is frustrating, like, I feel you. I'm living it every single day, and right now we are living it. So instead of going live into the group to do this awesome training, we are recording it, and then we will upgrade it later, and we're hitting our microphones for extra effect. We could just have a whole drum session here. I am here with the amazing PT website wizard, the Christine Walker. Christine, thank you so much for coming on. I was almost going to say coming on live, but for trying to come on live with me and then making it on the recording.
I mean, we only tried for about 26 minutes and then decided it was time to throw in the towel. So I'm so glad to be here, even though things don't go as planned. That is actually one of the things you and I help people with, is when things don't go as planned. And you know what? That means that things like that still happen to us. So we're not immune to it either. Just to know you're not alone.
All right. So we want to dive in. We're doing what was going to be live website breakdowns. Now it's recorded website breakdowns in rapid fire mode. And what we're going to focus on is like Christine's first impression of what she would change about a website. From like, she's got like 7 seconds to do this. This is literally going to be rapid fire. We have like 30 something websites. I don't think we'll be able to get through them all, but I want to get through enough of them that we can start seeing patterns. And this is the important thing that I want you guys to think about. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. Okay. I think that so many times we go in thinking, I got to come up with something truly amazing and unique. So I got to come up with a new formula. Well, why would we literally reinvent the wheel when the wheel already rolls and gets us to where we need to go? So what I want to show you today, I think that this is one of the most beneficial things you can possibly do for yourself, is especially having an expert on board. But go through things that are already working and look at, as quickly as you can, what are the similarities between these things, so that you can come up with a framework for why something works. And then you apply that framework to your individual case. So in this case, your PT website, your healthcare website. And Christine already has the framework all up there in her mind. She teaches it. She's actually going to be teaching it tomorrow on Saturday. Well, I guess we should say tomorrow is relative. It's Saturday, August. What day is tomorrow?
24th.
24th. Thank you. I had to look at my phone. But she's going to be sharing this framework tomorrow on a live training. And I would highly suggest that if you're concerned about your website, and I would be concerned about my website if it were not bringing me patients. Like, that's my metric for being concerned. Is your website bringing you new inquiries that you're turning into patients? If it's not, then you or someone you love that takes care of your website for you should be on this training tomorrow. And then we'll dive in. That was maybe the longest intro ever. Anything else that you wanted to tell us, Christine, about why someone should show up tomorrow and how they even show up tomorrow in the first place?
Oh, sure. Absolutely. So yeah, we're doing the rapid action here to give you guys some quick ideas and see the patterns that I want you to start breaking free of, making the same mistake over and over. Because that's what I see a lot on websites, the same sort of stuff. We're going to focus on the first 7 seconds just because it is the most important with regards to whether somebody stays on your website or not. If they don't stay, you got no chance anyway. That being said, we are also going to have the live training that's going to go a lot deeper into some of the suggestions that I make today. And so this is just really quick, but tomorrow is going to get really, really deep into how I've made over 150 people's websites work to bring them new patients and new patient leads into their clinic. So if you want to be on there and get more detail, then join us at ptwebsitewizard.com/HDM, Healthcare Digital Marketing, HDM. Y'all should all know the HDM I hear.
Okay. ptwebsitewizard.com/HDM. Cool. Mm-hmm. By the way, congratulations, 150 people with their websites. Christine, that's huge.
It's actually probably more, but that's the last number I looked at.
Well, not to mention your book too. Like, if they don't have the book, that's not even counting the book. That's amazing, Christine. I'm so excited for you. That's
we're coming up on 500 copies sold on the book.
No way.
We'll have to celebrate that 500th.
Yeah. Okay, let's dive in, shall we? I've got some websites that we're going to pull up here. By the way, if you didn't get this, or if you're watching this on the replay, if you're not in healthcare digital marketing, shame on you. Get in here with us, because we do cool stuff like this all the time. Sorry, my light just got super crazy.
And Alex posts crazy pictures like this all the time.
I do. Look, I just never look. Everyone else has these like perfectly beautiful nice photos of them that are professionally taken. And maybe we'll talk about that a little bit right now. I just don't have time or maybe interest in taking perfect photos right now. And
Me neither, actually.
I think we all know that pretty isn't necessarily what actually does it. So if I can get away with ugly pictures like this, where I'm like intentionally double chinning it. Come on, guys. Okay, let's just start. We're gonna start going.
Just doing a cervical retraction in very poor form.
Thank you for that. All right, we're just gonna start opening up websites, and I want you to give me the 7-second first impression, and then at the end, I just want to we'll recap like what these core principles are, and maybe you can say what's the one thing that you would change and like why that's so important. Ready? On your mark, get set, go.
3, 2, 1, go. Awesome. So let me I just realized I got to move our smiling faces.
Sorry.
Okay, 7 seconds of this. I have no clue where you're located.
Ooh, beautiful. Okay, location. Love it. Next. By the way, we're just going to go through and then we'll get the like super quick. And I'm not going to scroll either because this is what we call above the fold. So I'm not even going to scroll if that's okay with you.
Yeah, right now on this one, the headline at the top, I would absolutely be doing it seems to me like it really needs to be shortened, and I'd be doing a little bit of color contrasting because it's just too much of a paragraph blob looking.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense? And
yeah.
I would change that up as I open applesauce packets for my kids' sides.
Look at this multitasking, guys. Okay, color.
Hey, you
color
didn't even notice I did the first one. Okay.
I didn't actually. It was really impressive. Jason says that he's changing up his website here. So this is to be changed. Jason, here's what she would change about it.
Jason, I know you, man. And I think you're changing kind of niches is my understanding, although I haven't gotten much information about it. For the most part, he's got a lot of things going on right up here. I would do the same thing. Actually, I'd think about doing a little bit of contrast colors in his USP just to highlight certain aspects of it. Like if you look at mine, I do like half and half.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Cool. What do you think about these 3 different things? The 3 buttons.
Awesome. The other thing I guess I could have said instead was I'd make those a contrasting color.
Contrasting color. Cool. I think this is super cool. By the way, guys, I hope this is useful to y'all. Like as we're going through this, I think it's just so interesting to see what does an expert who sees this stuff day in and day out think as she's seeing this.
This one, I definitely don't know where we're located, even though you're traveling. It's still a little confusing. It's halfway behind your and I face here.
Oh, my face. My face is always in the middle. I have a big head.
One of my home of New Yorkers. So, but that still leaves a little bit of, and maybe he means full New Yorkers, like all of New York State. I don't know. Maybe he just means the city. I don't know. It still leaves a little bit of, vagueness in where we're going. Plus we're kind of trying to cover 2 services here real quick off the bat, which is a little confusing. Medicare fall prevention and back pain relief. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there with the target market.
Okay. So get more targeted. Yeah. What do you like about this one? And maybe on a couple of them, I want to see like what you feel like is good about it.
I love his smiling face at the beginning of the video.
Yeah. Nice job, Damian.
My eyes go straight there.
Cool.
And he seems like it's all of a sudden it's like, oh, I know him. I like him.
Yeah.
I can talk to him.
Yeah, I know, right? I like that. He's relatable. All right.
I'd rather have your phone number at the top right instead of schedule.
Ooh.
For sure on this one.
You mean that somebody doesn't instantly see you and just be like, yes, I want to hire you right away.
And I would say it's actually still really hard to kind of read over that picture background.
Gotcha. So would you darken the image, lighten the image, totally change it?
I'd actually completely delete it and get that smiling face of you up there.
Smiling faces.
Face or video, yeah.
So is that generally a theme that you want to have the providers' faces as
all about trust?
Okay.
Absolutely. It's all about trust, and pictures and eyes draw attention and build trust.
Okay.
The message at the top right is so vague that it's like every slogan on every PT's website, including the hospital.
Okay. So we got to get more specific with who we help and how?
Yeah.
Okay. I would also maybe say location here. By the way, Dawn, I looked at your website on my phone. I was looking at all these on my phone. Do you recommend having specific things on the phone and how much traffic. Okay, first question: how much traffic do you think comes on phones versus on desktops?
The patterns we're seeing is somewhere in the 40 to 60% are on the phone, and it's
Okay.
only going up actually.
Yeah.
As we're looking at over time. So, so much so, I don't know if people know this, but Google recently now is doing their site crawling. So like how they look at your site, they're doing it solely based off the mobile version now.
Really?
If you have a terrible mobile version, you might have seen a significant decrease in traffic lately.
Wow.
If you have a dynamic one that does it for you, you should be fine.
Uh-huh.
But if you don't, and if it looks crappy on the phone, like Google's actually dinging you now.
Wow.
Because they know that people are going to be using this primarily here as the years go on. So that happened very recently.
Wow. By the way, Don, I noticed that these two buttons on the phone get totally cut off. So make sure to check that out on the mobile view that it's.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even realize them because they were the same color as the big banner above.
Oh, interesting.
My eyes totally went over that.
Interesting. Okay. So again,
see this.
Contrasting color. Okay. Let's this is you're really good at this fast. I'm impressed.
I'm trying to be. You know I like to talk, so I gotta
All right, here we go.
I would definitely be doing the location phone here. You're starting to see a trend.
Yeah.
I like that. I know exactly who they help. There's a lot of white space at the top going on here.
Yeah.
I would be concerned a little bit about structuring.
Okay, so adding in some color. Do you like color at the very top bar here, or would you have color?
Well, it makes it not like blend in with everything else.
Okay, cool.
But I would be decreasing a lot of white space because I can imagine on mobile this does not look very good with all that white space.
Perfect. Okay, she's got a video though. She does. Got personalization. All right, Ryan, let's dig into this one, man.
Oh man, we should do a video audit one day. That would be interesting.
Oh, that is a good idea. If you would like that, if you're here watching the replay and you want us to do video audits of your front page videos, just comment video audit down below and we can do that. If people are interested in it, that sounds actually really fun. Okay, so this is Ryan's.
Sorry, my daughter's yelling for her brother in the background. Whoa. Okay.
So,
I'm not a
pop-ups.
well, now that took like 10 seconds to pop up, I'll tell you I'm not a huge fan of those right now at the beginning. Yes, sweetie? Oh boy. Did you hear that?
I didn't.
Okay. Give me
Their messes to be cleaned.
Give me 10 seconds.
Okay, I can let me hold this here. You go take care of the kiddos. I want to talk about what we've talked about so far. Please go.
Okay,
hold
on.
All right. So, by the way, don't you love this? The fact that like she's actually a real mom and also a business owner ×2, and she's like totally killing it, helping people. I just have to say real quick, I've known Christine for a year and a half or so now, maybe almost 2 years. And I've just been really, really impressed with how resilient she is as a mom, as a business owner. She's been very open about her health trials that she's had over the years. And like, guys, there are no excuses, like absolutely no excuses. And Christine has been such a cool example of that. Sorry, I'm just talking about how amazing you are, and that you're just like this no excuses type of gal. Like a lot of people who have gone through the things that you've gone through health-wise and just life-wise would have like thrown in the towel, I think, on their business dreams or on what they're doing. And you've somehow find a way to keep things rolling, even while life is totally crazy and hectic, and then come out stronger on the other side. I just really respect that about you. So if people didn't know that about Christine, please know that. By the way, I have it right here. I started reading it. I need to actually finish it. I have lots of books that I'm reading right now. But if you haven't heard her story, you should go check out her book, PT Website Secrets. I'm guessing it's ptwebsitesecrets.com/book.
Yes.
I remember that from the other day. If you want to check out her book, ptwebsitesecrets.com/book, it tells her story of how she came up with this whole website system because of being put on bed rest and had multiple very difficult pregnancies that ended up leading her to this. Which, isn't that interesting how hard things in life lead us to finding the best things in life often?
Yep, exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
By the way, how many more of these do you want to do? I want to be considerate of your time.
List?
We've got through like 7 of them, maybe.
All right, we're good. We're good. Let's go.
Okay, so Ryan's had the pop-up. What else?
My biggest thing is I get what he's trying to do with the awesome video.
Yeah.
But it's super distractive as a background video. I would be, because I'm guessing there's probably audio, maybe there's audio to it. I don't know. It might not.
I can't hear any audio.
I can't either. So, but I know with us being on Zoom, sometimes there's a funny factor going on there. But that being said, I would be thinking more about using it as a video, not a background video. So a standalone video on the page. And if you don't have narration to it, I would add narration to it, because it's a cool, like, he obviously had something professionally or pretty professionally. Somebody knew what they were doing, right?
Yeah, totally.
But it's really distracting as a background.
Okay, cool. So change that up, Ryan. I do love this though. Like, it's cool from a coolness factor. It's like, oh man, Ryan.
Well, I mean, if you are the type of person who wants to work out in this environment, like, you're going to be attracted to it. But,
right.
And I don't think we need to take it away per se, but I do think, you know, if he had a narration going on top of it as a side, side alone. What am I trying to say? As a standalone, not side alone, standalone video, then he could explain a little bit more about really who they serve and all that as well.
Yeah. And that's the other thing, is it's not very specific, right? So
no, he's relying fully on the images and the clips, which can be very dangerous,
especially on mobile.
Yeah, because people
data limited areas. All right, Chris, you're up next, my man. Guys, I hope this is helpful. If this is helpful, I just want you to comment helpful down below. This is something that I think takes so much skill because of the years of doing this for people over and over again. All right, Christine.
Okay, well, we got Omaha in there, but I will say it's just hard to read. It's hard to read. You're trying to make things
I had to think about that too.
Simple as possible for people. That, and you don't have your phone number right at the top, that needs to be fixed. 100%.
Okay. Look at him though.
Like, he's got a little video. He's got
rocking the video. Is that a good location for a video to have, like right above the fold where they might have to scroll down a little bit? Do you like that, or do you like the video being up top like we had with Jason?
You know, you have to have the video above the fold at least a decent amount. That's just given. Like, it's got to attract, because even if they don't watch it, the fact that their eyes, like your eyes and smiling face are there, is going to attract people towards you.
Beautiful. Okay, I'm taking notes.
From the 7-second rule.
Right. Okay, you're cruising through these. All right, Lauren.
Let's go. No clue who she actually works with, unless it's just really fit moms who have a ton of time to work out.
Okay.
And I'm going to be honest. Dry needling photos, and I know there were some in the last video too. Yeah. I just don't do it.
Okay. What's your reasoning behind that? Does it gross people out?
A biggest thing is there are so many emotions around dry needling, and people do not expect that from a physical therapist. The 99% of people don't even know PTs do it, and they don't expect to see needles when you're talking on a PT office. So it's just not a good first impression. Doesn't mean you can't do dry needling. That's not what I'm saying. So
cool. Awesome. What do you like about this one?
She's got her phone number easily at the top. Although I still don't know where she is either, to be honest.
Ooh.
So I wouldn't be like, did I land in Kalamazoo or am I in my city?
Yeah.
Immediately. This one's got all that at the top. I'm a little confused if it's still loading. Maybe.
If I were to scroll down,
that needs
it's a banner.
That needs to be getting rid of immediately. That pop-up.
Yeah.
Nobody likes those. And everybody does exactly what Alex just did. Not even read it before he clicks off of it.
That's true.
Because you haven't established anything with the client.
Right.
Or with the website visitor. They're not going to opt in for a pop-up immediately or even 10 seconds. They need time.
Question for the location, because she says where she's at, but she doesn't say where she's at or where he's at.
That is a little interesting. That's relying on
knowledge of
area. I would definitely at least put a city.
Cool. And use of space here. Thinking longer.
There's not that this. It's kind of worthless at the moment, to be 100% honest. She's got like that picture of her would be fantastic.
Cool.
Because it's great. She looks like, super super nice lady. If you're a woman, you might. But other than that, I don't really. We're scrolling through like women's health, prenatal, etc. I mean, people don't really get all of that all the time.
Yeah, totally. Okay. Let's see. Wilfred said we don't have a website. We won't look at actually, we should look at our website. Who wants to see our website?
We'll do it.
I want to see. I don't even know what's on there right now.
I would actually switch the schedule appointment button. I'd actually get your phone number up there instead.
Phone number again. Okay.
Along with the city. Once again, text over pictures is really hard to read.
Okay. Do you recommend like doing a white box or something to make the?
I don't recommend having a full background image or video at all. Period.
Cool.
We'll talk more. We will talk more about the image things, etc. tomorrow on the training if people are wondering why.
Ooh, yeah. I would love to know the psychology of why.
Uh,
This is new, by the way. I know that she just had this remade and she's like in the process of redoing it.
I really like this picture. It's a great picture of her, but
This isn't her, I don't think.
well, it's a great picture. Well, it should be a great picture of her. That's what it should be. How about that?
Okay.
If she doesn't have a video. So same thing. What the heck who do you actually help? I have no clue.
Cool.
Am I in the right place, or are you just like everybody else down the street?
Let's do like 5 more here.
Okay.
Because I'm starting to see the same pattern over and over again.
Exactly. This one we don't have anything at the top, and I'll be honest, most people, on mobile, you kind of have to do the like 3-bar drop down navigation, but never want that on desktop.
Ooh.
People need other stuff to like catch their eye and click on from a navigation standpoint.
Yeah.
And then we're seeing the same thing, like no clear message and just a big we're relying on a big picture of staring at the mountains to depict a lot of feelings and emotions, and it's not something you want to be
not clear. Cool. This is so interesting to see how your brain works. I love this, by the way. Like, I think that you should be doing this on a routine basis, going through this, because it's just so it gives me so much clarity as to what we should be doing. Okay, so here's an example of a photo with a background over it.
It's good they did put the background over it. It looks like he tried to get his face on there too, which is good. It's still the rotating background slows down your website. It's distracting from the text, and it may give off the wrong impression, right? Because if you're really going with as general of a message as he is, you're really going to dissuade a lot of people with some of these images.
Gotcha.
They're going to think they have to be fit and
soccer players.
A soccer player, and I have a feeling that he's kept his message more general because he's trying to work with other people too. So, once again, it sounds like a jingle that could be for the hospital.
Okay. Yeah.
Stay active, enjoy life, be pain free.
Yeah.
Right?
So
I do like that he's got another form of call to action on here, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Very nice. And tomorrow, I'm assuming that you're going to talk about messaging as well.
Yeah, we're going to talk a lot. So if you hear me saying your message is too general, I'm going to talk to you guys a lot more about that as we dive in tomorrow with regards to messaging. Yeah, that's going to be a huge topic because it's a game changer. That's all I got to say.
Totally,
it's a game changer.
How do you feel about the amount of text on this one?
A lot of text. It's one of those things too where you can be too white as well.
Okay.
Tried to do some contrasting with the colors a little bit, but he actually has a clear message.
Yeah, totally.
So that's
very
good.
Clear message.
But I think there's too much paragraph style texting immediately. It more overwhelms me.
Okay. Yeah, that was my initial thought too. Like, I don't know if I can read all this.
Really, I almost skim through his awesome top message just because I feel like I've got to jump to the others real quick.
Right. Interesting. Okay. All right. We've only got a couple left. Do you have a couple left in you?
Let's do it.
Oh my goodness. We're going to make it through all of them. This is amazing. Okay. So we just did Eric. And by the way, I just want to reaffirm, it's really hard to get lots and lots of feedback like this when we're not giving positive feedback either. But this is on purpose.
Yeah, sorry guys.
That's the thing, is we're not giving positive feedback on purpose because we want to see the trends that we need to change. Okay. So that's why I'm doing this on purpose. It's not to put anyone down or to say, oh my goodness, your website, right? This is about what trends are we seeing over and over and over? How can you apply that to your website? Sorry, go ahead for this one.
Okay. I'm going to actually have you do one little scroll because so far, not bad. Okay. This one's easy now. That yellow text. Oh, that's trouble.
It's hard to see. Okay.
Really hard to see. Otherwise, looking pretty good at the top.
Cool. Now the interesting thing, let's see, just looking at all these things that I've said so far. Location, check. Phone number, check. Top color, check. No pop-up, check. Video above the fold, check. What do you do? What do you do with contrasting colors? Check. No rotating background, check. Like, There's your checklist.
Very easy to read.
Yeah. And I agree. The yellow is just a little bit difficult. It's contrasting.
Yellow, he was trying to do contrasting, but in some places it's not exactly working on like the light blue.
How can you help me? Yeah. Cool.
So.
Nice job, Peter. Let's see. All right, Nate.
Of course, we have to qualify. We're just talking about the first 7 seconds. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff we could find if we click amongst more pages. Sorry. So if we say check, that doesn't always mean it's 100% correct everywhere. just putting that out there.
This is a 7-second test.
Yeah, this is the 7-second test. I do. Let's see. Okay, so I was just checking on the message here a little bit. My biggest number one thing would be, am I in the right place for my town? So where's the location indicator on this one? Mm-hmm. I do think she's targeting active people. I still honestly, I know you'll get better results taking that picture down and having a more honest video or picture of yourself.
Okay. What do you think about social media buttons up here right in the middle? Do you like that they're trying to take them away from the website or not? Or does that social proof help or not?
Here's the thing. Your website should be able to stand alone. Okay. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally.
Can you put social media icons? Yes, I'd probably put them closer to the bottom.
Sure.
You don't want people just coming to the website and clicking off. That's actually a negative against you. We're trying to get people to stay on the website. So if your website, you don't want it to be a funnel for your social media per se.
Sure.
Plus, most people or first-time visitors aren't going to go follow you on social media immediately. They're just not.
Totally.
So I put it usually down in the footer.
Okay.
So that if people make it all the way down there and then they see that, they're probably more likely to then click.
Yeah, totally.
Something.
Okay. Last one, and then you can tear apart the Healthy Funnel website briefly.
Okay. We need a whole come to what do we actually do moment on this one. Because we are osteopathic physical therapy. Well, I'm not even sure I want to try to describe that to a patient using those words.
Okay. So get clear on who it is to their benefit.
This is more messaging towards a healthcare professional than an actual potential patient.
Interesting. So should we ever use the word osteopractic on the homepage of the website?
You could.
Or in general, should we use niche words or should we really avoid those at all? Do we need to define them?
Exactly. So for your first message on your website, it should be in completely 100,000% patient-free language and a patient-friendly in a way that they just instantly know if they're in the right place or not.
Cool.
Here, we're not seeing that at all. Okay. So we're seeing like, what did they just say?
Yeah.
I don't understand what. Let's start with this. Most people don't understand what physical therapy is. We've got the word physiotherapy. Okay. And then we've got the word osteopractic, and then we pull back in physical therapy. So it makes people wonder, wait, I mean, we've said physio or physical therapy 3 times in this little blurb.
Yeah. Yeah.
Most people can't give you a definition of that. And then you throw in osteopractic, and I mean, people's heads are really spinning.
Yeah.
So it's not that we can't use it. Like, if you tell me, well, everybody in my area is searching for osteopractic. Fine, we can totally use it in places on the website, but I would not be doing it on your very first impression.
Cool. And again, with a background like this, where it's not a photo, do you like something like this?
That's fine. Okay. That's easy to write over.
Gotcha.
So if you wanted to add a picture and your statement over like
over here,
either a solid color or kind of a gradient color, absolutely.
You're totally cool. All right.
Yeah, I mean, you got to realize anytime you're adding, if this is actually an image versus like a color fill within your website, does that make sense? I don't know.
Yeah.
So if it's like you selected this color from the website versus you actually uploaded a large photo to get that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you uploaded a large photo, you're going to get a lot decrease on your load time.
Load time. Yeah. Okay. All right. This is the last one. This is ours. I don't even know what's on here. It's been a while.
This is
so 1, 2, 3. Oh, I already know.
You already. Well, in your realm, guess what? You don't have to actually have your location at the top.
Right. It was totally
so people appreciate this. I know there are some people who are in your channel that that aren't necessarily doing a clinic.
Sure.
But guess what? a lot of these principles remain the same.
Right.
So my biggest thing would be, well, where's Alex and Will?
Yeah.
Right? Where's Alex and Will? And I would actually be thinking about your headline up there being bigger so that the bullet points are kind of sub to that.
Cool.
Etc. So,
what do you think about?
Well, yeah, I know one thing that needs to be removed: the program you're not selling anymore.
So real quick then, for somebody who has multiple focuses, who legitimately is like, no, I've got 3 different therapists and they each treat 3 different things. Do you recommend having a bucket style thing like this on one single website? Like,
we have successfully done that with some. It's very, and I say some because it's actually very tricky. It's very tricky. It's a little different than like an online business sort of a funnel because, and it doesn't, I always argue that what's on your website and what you're marketing on your website is not necessarily everything you do. It's just what you're going to focus your online marketing on.
Sure. Cool.
So there's I'll have 30-minute to hour-long discussions with people trying to sort this out for them. It's not an easy answer.
Right.
And it comes down to a lot of variables on which way you're going to attack it. You know, we have one client that does pediatric and peds and is it neuro, I think?
Oh, wow.
Peds and orthopedics.
Uh-huh.
Right? Peds is a little bit. Peds and orthopedics. And it's a very delicate balance.
Yeah. To
be able to get the right messaging all within one site.
Wow.
And in fact, we have almost made like 2. So.
Cool. Christine, that was so cool. You're really good at that, by the way. Have you ever done that before?
Yeah, with you.
Okay, that's true. Yeah, well,
Except I talked like 2 minutes or 3 minutes for each one.
Yeah, this was a lot faster. Okay, so I just want to recap real quick. First of all, the principle, right, of finding. Well, if you're going to do this on your own, you would have to find the correct websites that are working, because you can never go to websites that are bad and know what's bad about them. You would only have to go to ones that are good and know what's good about them. But you couldn't do that unless you had her brain. So
I was going to say, most of the time you can't. Most people can't tell by the surface if this website has a shot at bringing in patients or not. And to be honest, that's why within our course we teach and within our private clients that we work with and we manage their entire sites, we keep track of that data. So we've created a database knowing like what is good and what's not, because we can see what the opt-in trends are for different groups, et cetera, and who does like what niches do well and what niches need something a little different, and et cetera. So no, it's very hard if you don't have that information to know which websites to actually look at.
Right. All right. So someone's like, hey, Christine, this is awesome, and I actually want to get some help from you. I know that tomorrow you're going to be doing a live training on all of this. If they can't make that live training, let's say they watch this on YouTube or listen to the podcast later, where do they go to find out? You just said you got a course that I know that you kind of walk people through how to make these changes.
Like a done with you.
Done with you. Oh, cool. Okay. So it's like you giving them feedback along the way. Sweet. And then you also work actually doing websites for businesses. If they're like, look, I totally don't want to do it myself, I don't have the skills for it or time for it, you do that for people as well?
Yeah, we do. So for those larger businesses that are looking to outsource it completely, they likely are already very established and, probably even have a staff on board at this point. Those businesses, it's perfect to do the done for you option, because it just gets it completely off your plate. So, a lot of our business owners who have been along a little bit and gotten established love that option.
Sweet. All right. So tomorrow, this big live training where you're going to dive into, I'll let you just say what you're going to dive into, but we've just seen the core framework, right? Of like the tactics, the tactical things. We didn't get into the psychology behind it or how to choose it for yourself, but tell us about what you're going to cover tomorrow on your training.
Yeah, absolutely. And real quick, I realized I didn't say, if you're watching this on replay, you can go to ptwebsitesecrets.com. I do take a certain number of strategy calls, et cetera, a week if you have questions and want to learn more, and you can check out our options there. So definitely hit up ptwebsitesecrets.com if you are watching this on replay and want to reach out and chat. So yes, what are we covering tomorrow? Okay, well, we're going to go over why you actually don't want just a website. I don't know if you knew this. but you don't want a website. Actually, we need something bigger and better than a website.
Ooh.
Not in a like crazy green Hulk sort of way, because I just watched the second Avengers or the last Avengers anything on the plane coming home last week. But in the sense we've got to talk about what we need instead. We don't just need what people traditionally think of as a website. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about why the build and design of your website is going to make a difference in your results. So we're going to go over some of the specifics behind that. And then I'm going to show you actually that you don't have to be somebody with 1 million followers and thousands of visitors to actually get results from your website. Because I think a lot of people believe that. They think, oh, well, if I just need to get 1,000 people visiting my website a month and then my website will work. Well, I'm going to show you that if your website isn't working at a certain level, it's not working, period. It's not going to work no matter how many visitors come. So I'm going to reveal the secrets behind that as well. So come out tomorrow. You do have to grab a sign up link, ptwebsitewizard.com/Alex. HDM, Healthcare Digital Marketing. Got it. And then you can get a spot. We will have the replay available, but it's only for 3 days. So if you're signing up, but you're not going to make it, make sure you block out a couple hours to watch the replay either Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday, because then it's going to be gone.
Sweet. All right. So that was ptwebsitewizard.com/HDM. Or if you're watching this after tomorrow, then it was ptwebsitesecrets.com. Right?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yes.
Christine, this is fun. Thank you. This is really cool to see. And I'm just sitting here like taking notes like, okay, sweet.
And now I'm changing that one day when I decide to change my website. No.
Someday we'll get there. Thank you so much. If this has been helpful and you're watching on the replay, please just say thank you, Christine. Like, this was a wealth of knowledge, years of helping people with their websites, all distilled into like 7 seconds of figuring out what to focus on. Again, please just remember that this is about making small incremental changes that end up making big long-term changes in your business. It's not like you have to completely overhaul everything right away, but you got to get the foundation down, get the right things down, and go learn why you're making the changes that you're making. That's what tomorrow is going to be about, so that you can know to do it in the future and have a website that's actually bringing you patients. I know, because we're in this industry, people get results when they work with Christine. So I just want to personally vouch for her as both a business owner, but also as a friend. Like, I followed her for a really long time, and I know that people get results from the stuff that she does. So I just want to say thank you, Christine. You rock. And guys, go actually do the stuff that we talked about. Don't just think about it. I think this is amazing. That's great. I'm overwhelmed. Like, go do something about it. And if you don't want to do it yourself, then go reach out to Christine. Or if you want help doing it and don't want to screw it up, then work with Christine.
I want just the fast pass, if you're like a fast pass person at Disney,
Ooh, I'm going next month. I can't wait.
Are you really? Oh yeah.
I am. I just can't wait. All right, guys, go get the fast pass by getting in Christine Marker's world. This has been the Healthy Funnel podcast, probably on the YouTube channel, probably in Healthcare Digital Marketing as well. All those things.
Where it's going to show up.
Hashtag repurposing. We love you guys. We'll see ya.